Hey, here are 5 stupid things I've noticed about cable news. It's sloppy. The overriding motivation of all the various 24-hour cable news channels is to tell you what's happening right now! The immediacy of that can be gripping, especially when something important is happening. Unfortunately, it turns out that as it happens is the worst possible time to be reporting on unfolding, ever-changing, complex, confusing, yet-to-be-understood events. 50 years ago, in 1963, Walter Cronkite waited until he had multiple sources and official confirmation before announcing the death of President John F. Kennedy. In 2013, following the Boston Marathon bombing, CNN had multiple reporters chasing police cars live on the air, and at one point reported that a bombing suspect had been arrested when, in fact, at that point, no such arrest had been made. And mistakes like that aren't the only problem with cable news. It's superficial. There's a lot of breadth on cable news, at least during a busy news day. Watch any one of the 24-hour news channels and you can go from politics to sports to entertainment to whatever you call what Kim Kardashian does, all within the space of a few minutes. Sadly, there's not much depth. It's a shame. You'd think that a channel devoted to news that airs 24 hours of programming every day would be an ideal outlet for some nuanced, well-researched, long-form journalism. But then again, who has an hour or two of their life to waste watching an informative program about climate change or the corrosive influence of money in politics when Alec Baldwin could do something rude to a photographer at any moment? It's repetitive. No punishment of hell dreamt of by Dante can quite match the agony of watching cable news on a slow news day. Seriously, watch the cable news channel of your choice some afternoon when there's not a lot going on and see how pleasant the thought of drowning forever in a pit of boiling tar starts to seem to you after about half an hour. It's the endless repetition of the same stories that does it, the same headlines read over and over and over again, time after time, presented each time as though they're an urgent breaking bulletin when in fact they're the same shit you just heard verbatim 10 minutes ago. All of the cable news channels do this, but it's really CNN that has chosen to base its entire brand identity around it. And these last few months, it's gotten worse than ever. Ever since that Malaysian Airlines flight disappeared, it's been like fucking Groundhog Day over there. Except for CNN, it seems like their anchors have been damned to relive a day over and over again where fucking nothing happens. It's divided along ideological lines. Hey, here's a question for you. Why is there a conservative news channel and a liberal news channel? Why is it necessary or even appropriate for an enterprise dedicated to reporting the news, that is, telling people about shit that happened, to align itself with any particular political philosophy? Shouldn't the guiding principle of any journalistic organization be to simply discover and report the truth? Allowing one's personal political biases to influence which stories you report on or what you say about those stories while maintaining that you are an outlet for objective journalism is pretty much the opposite of objective journalism, isn't it? I mean, how is this okay? Why is there one single person on the planet who doesn't have a huge problem with this? Am I talking a lot? I feel like I'm talking a lot. It has all but killed serious TV news. If you live in the United States and you want serious, reliable, objective TV news, you have options. There's PBS, there's moving to another country, or you can take the stick out of your ass, let go of archaic concepts like integrity, clarity, and not willfully misleading the audience, and just learn to appreciate cable news for what it is. Enjoy the twisted, horrible mockery of journalism that is Fox News, the clumsy, ideologically opposed imitation of Fox News that is MSNBC, and the whatever the fuck it is they're supposed to be doing of CNN. And hey, remember this, as horrible and disgraceful and embarrassing as this shit is, at least it's better than BuzzFeed. For the moment. With the exception of Fox. The hardest part is only picking 5. Catch you next time.